We're hitting the road with McDermott Chevrolet and the all-new Chevy Equinox to see what's happening this weekend. Whether you're chauffeuring the kids around or going out for a night on the town, the very fuel-efficient 4-cylinder engine here in the Equinox, well, it'll get you just about anywhere. So just think, you can get from Hartford to Waterbury, or Old Saybrook to Norwich, or New Haven to Norwalk. Oh. Okay, sorry. Man, look at all the space back here. You could curl up and take a nap, or with March Madness here, I wonder how many basketballs you could fit back here. The sleek interior features active noise cancellation, so you don't have to acknowledge your nagging neighbors. To ride in style in this new Chevy Equinox, visit DaveMcDermottChevrolet.com. Now, let's see what's happening this weekend.
All right, there are plenty of events happening around the state this week. In our What's Happening segment, we're going to talk about the top 5 things to do in the capital city. Joining me now is Ed Vane, the curator of in Hartford. Nice to have you here, Ed.
Hey, it's good to be here. Thanks for having me.
It's a busy week in the capital city. A lot going on.
There's always tons of stuff going on. In fact, I brought a bunch of things to tell you about. But before we did that, I wanted to bring a friend on that, he might be out of a job soon, so I thought we'd bring him on and give him some work.
We know this guy. This is Rocky from the Rockcats. So we were talking baseball almost all week with the new name.
Yeah, so Hartford and actually the whole nation's abuzz about this new name, right? Which there was a fan vote of 6,000 names, 35,000 people voted, and the winning name, as we all know, is Hartford Yard Goats.
So, Rocky, what's going to happen? You're going to turn into a goat? You're going to have a new job? What do you think?
Well, the good news is Rocky still has this season. And so on April 16th, New Britain Rockcats will be starting their season, right, Rocky? So here's your glove, get going.
It's quite a glove you got there. Wow. All right, so he's got a job. He's got job security for the next year at least.
He does, and after that, he was talking to me in the green room about maybe being a television host. And I haven't seen...
He doesn't say too much, though, Ed.
Well,
I
haven't seen Ryan around suspiciously, I don't know.
That's pretty funny stuff. But really, there's nothing, a lot of activities going on.
There's tons of stuff. So I'm going to start with the Old State House, which is in downtown Hartford. Here you go, Rocky. You can show off the Old State House. And they have a series called the Conversations at Noon. And every noon, people go down on the 31st of March, on next Tuesday. You can go down and talk about the lighthouses of Connecticut.
Oh.
We're always drawn to lighthouses. They're beacons. And you ever go on a trip and you're just like, hey, I want to go see the lighthouse.
You want to take a picture in front of it, right?
So there's going to be a conversation about lighthouses and some of the Connecticut iconic lighthouses and stuff at the Old State House. And then I want to talk about the Science Center. Now, the Science Center is really good about bringing science into everyday stuff.
Okay.
Like, for instance, did you know that there are 64 elements of the periodic table on our smartphone?
No, I had no idea, Ed.
Like, there's carbon on the outside, there's the lithium batteries, there's, silicone, for the chip, and actually it's a lithium, tin, and oxygen that make it electricity that gives you the touch screen
Wow, and you learned that from the Science Center?
I know, it's amazing the things. And so actually tonight, they're bringing in Dr. Anissa Ramirez, who wrote this book about Newton's football. I know it's not baseball, but so that talks about a lot of fun things like why coaches act like primates during football games.
Yeah, she's actually fascinating. She's been on our show here talking about the book when we had Super Bowl on, but really interesting, the theory behind everything.
Yeah, and so she's going to have a conversation about STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and math, and why science and STEM, the industry needs more women. You need more superheroes, and she's going to be talking about inspiring young women to bring out that inner geek in them. So
I think that's great. All right.
Okay, and actually they have a new, I wanted to bring you the poop on the new exhibit.
And you literally did it.
I literally did. This is fossilized dinosaur poop. So they have an exhibit coming up April 4th, I believe it opens.
Okay.
And so to check that out. Then next we have number 3. We have Hartford Stage. Here's another book for you to read, Rocky. They have The Pianist of Wellsden Lane, and that is based on this book about the children of Wellsden Lane. And it's written and performed by Mona Golubeck. Now, she's actually going to have a free performance at the Hartford Public Library on April 1st at noon. So she'll be doing excerpts of the book there at the Hartford Library.
All right, a little bit of culture there.
Yeah,
sounds good.
Good stuff. Next we have Mark. There's so much stuff happening at the Mark Twain House. Here's a bobblehead, Rocky. Do you have a bobblehead, Rocky? No, you don't.
No,
Okay.
I'm surprised by that.
They might have a yard goat one. No. So there's a lot of stuff
He's
going.
shaking his head.
There's a lot of stuff going on at the Mark Twain House all the time. They have a series called Bookmark, which they bring famous authors in, like they brought Stephen King in the past. So actually tonight they're bringing in Food Network star Simon Majumdar.
Okay, I know who you're talking
Yeah,
about.
you know this. I just Simon. Yeah. So they're bringing him in. He's teaming up with local. Jamie McDonald, who's a competitive eater. He actually owns the Bear Smokehouse Barbecue down in Hartford.
Sure, right.
Yeah, so they're teaming up and they're going to talk about our favorite subject, food, you know, and so, you know, we love taking Instagram and posting on stuff about food. Do you like food, Rocky? Yes, he's down
Hot
with
dogs
that.
at the ballpark, right,
Yeah,
Rocky?
yeah.
There you go.
And then finally, the number one thing is the Connecticut Fast Track.
Yeah, this has been in the news a lot lately.
Yeah, so it's basically it's the bus rapid transit system. As you, being a traffic reporter,
Yes, Ed?
it's between New Britain and Hartford. Do you think that's going to clear up congestion on I-84?
I think it is a great thought. It is one of the busiest areas in our state. As long as people know to get on the bus and utilize it, it's going to work great.
Well, actually, as part of that, too, from March 28th through April 5th, is going to be everyone can ride for free.
So give it a shot.
Give
Why
it a
not
shot.
then, right?
You know, you get a free bus ride and go back and forth and then go to a Rockcat game.
Easy.
Right?
We like the sound of that.
So that's what's happening in Hartford.
Very nice. And we could follow you on Twitter, and
Yep.
if we missed anything.
Yep, at in Hartford on Twitter.
Very
Yep,
nice.
all that stuff.
Ed, thanks for being here. Thanks for bringing Rocky here.
Thank you very
I
much.
like the name Rocky.
Rocky
Pretty clever.
Dufour. That'd be a great. No one's going to mess with Rocky Dufour.
We'll see about that. We'll talk to you soon, Ed. Thanks for coming.